Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about the cosine rule for finding an angle. There are two cosine rules, one to get an angle, one to get a side. They are just the same formula but manipulated and written a bit differently, and this will be given to you on your formula sheet. So let's have a look. So this formula looks like this, okay? B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC. Now when we use this one in exam is when you know all three sides. And look at the formula there, you need all three letters, you need A, B and C, so you need all three sides. So if you know all of them, we know it's going to be cosine rule. If not, it's going to be sine rule, which you may or may not have already seen. Now, some teachers will get you to constantly rewrite the formula out and change the letters. Over the years, I've realised that just causes a lot of bother because people don't know which letters go where. Please have a look at this formula here. It starts with angle A and it finishes on the top line with angle A. So if you're finding capital angle A, the one that it should finish with in your formula is little a. So the takeaway one is always the number that's across from the angle you're after. So although it doesn't say in example 1, let's say I wanted angle B, the one that would be takeaway would be the 9, so it would have minus 9 squared on the end. If I wanted angle A, the one that would have been taken away is the one across from angle A, so that would have minus 14 on it, okay? So let's get rid of that and actually look at example 1. So example 1, it's worth just having put in an example like this because in the exam they're quite good at asking you to find the smallest angle or find the biggest angle, find the smallest side or the biggest side. And what we don't want to have to be doing, like I've seen in the Nat 5 exam paper, is someone finding all three angles and then saying this one is the smallest one. It shows a bit of a lack of understanding. So a wee trick is that the smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. Okay? And in reverse, if I wanted the biggest angle, it would be opposite the biggest side. So in this case, my smallest angle is opposite the 9, so we are finding angle B. That is the one we're after. Okay, so as I said, I'm not going to try to change the letters around because it can get a bit confusing. But because I'm finding angle B, it's going to be take away 9 in my formula. So let's go to the formula. So we've got cos B equals the other two sides, so 14 squared plus 12 squared minus 9 squared, all over 2 times, it's B and C again repeated, so 2 times whatever you've written for your first two numbers up the top. So 2 times 14 times 12. Now, if you are using your calculator on the fraction mode, I would encourage you to press the fraction button and put them in top and bottom. Other ways to do it, if you don't have a calculator that has the fraction button, do you know the fraction button that comes up with the two wee squares like that on the Casio? That then lets you just type in the top line and the bottom line separately. If you don't have that, you're going to have to work out the top line and the bottom line as bigger numbers or as whole numbers. So your answer you should get, if you're doing it in that fraction mode, gives you 37 over 48. If you aren't doing it in that mode and you're actually working out the top line and bottom line separately, it will give you 259 for the top line and a bottom line of 336. Okay. Now you could actually even turn that to decimal mode if you wanted. So decimal mode would be writing this in as 0.77083. So many options. Leave it as a fraction, leave it as a decimal. Either way from there, to get B, we have to do the inverse of it. So we have to do inverse cos of whatever you have as your answer. If it's still on your calculator screen, remember the trick is just to do shift cos and hit your answer button. Never clear it. Keep your last answer stored there. So shift cos of your last answer will be 39.57. Now for angles, I would always just say go to the nearest degree. So B is 40 degrees. Okay, so a lot to take in that one. The hardest bit is coming to getting that onto your calculator and getting to this line here. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, so in this one we're looking for this obtuse angle labelled with y. So we're actually after cos q. So I'm just going to go straight with the formula. So it's cos q equals, remember that it should be a take away the 8.9